Hey guys, this is Rosa Kelly. Welcome back to the Little Easy Interactive Cards mini series. So yesterday we went ahead and created this cute little pop-up card. Today we're going to be creating a really fun sliding card. So I'm going to start again with my heavyweight cardstock, and we are going to cut this piece here. I want to try to make them the same size. So this was about 6.5, so we're gonna do again 6.5 by 11. Okay, so 6.5 by 11 here, and we're going to score along the 11 inches. We are going to score at 5.5. Okay, so score, and again this is going to be the card base here. So we're just gonna fold along that score line. Now I'm going to go ahead and use my design paper, and I'm going to cut one piece. This is going to be 5.25 by 6.25. So I'm just gonna cut this side 5.25, and we're going to do this by 6.25 here, and then we are going to glue this down on the front of the card. And I'm just going to go ahead and add my glue. Okay, so we're gonna cover this side, and then I'm also going to cover the inside of the card. So I'm just gonna use this other page, and again we're gonna cut this here at 5.25. Oh, let me fix this. So this is going to be 6.25 by 5.25. Okay, and we are going to glue this on the inside of the front. So I'm just gonna go ahead and add my glue and place this down. Okay, so that is gonna be our first step. Now I'm going to be cutting a little slit here, and so for that I am going to use this other cutter because this is a lot easier to use for that step. And so we're just gonna cut a little section. I want to leave about maybe 1/2 inch on each side, and I'm going to go about 3/4 from the bottom. Okay, so you could also just pencil mark one line and cut on top of the line if you don't want to deal with the measurements of the cutter. So just go ahead and leave about 3/4 inches from the edge, and then about 1/2 inch or 3/4 inches from each side, and then you're gonna draw a line, and on that line you are going to be cutting your cardstock here. So because I didn't draw a line, I'm just gonna go from the 3/4 all the way to like I want to say 4.5. Okay, and you want that to be a thicker line, so then I'm going to go ahead and move this down about 1/8 inch and cut this again. Okay, so we're just gonna make a little piece like that. Let me see if I can pull this out. Okay, so this whole thing we want to take out, just like making a little window. So I'm gonna cut it from this side, and we're gonna cut it from this side here. So now we have that opening right there. So then I'm going to cut one little piece at 3 inches by 1 inch. So I'm just gonna put that right up here. Okay, so 1 by 3, and we are going to score along the 3 inches, we're going to score at half, at 1, and then we're going to score at 2 and at 2.5. Okay, so half, 1, 2, and 2.5, and we are going to fold the center 1 inch. That's gonna be the main piece, so you're gonna fold that in towards that, and then fold the second piece up. Okay, so you're creating this little accordion fold on one side, and then you're gonna create the same accordion fold on the other side. Okay, so it's gonna look like that. Hopefully you can see it. Okay, and this little piece we are going to pass through, so we're just gonna push these like that, like a little arrow, pointy, and we're gonna pass these through right here. Okay, and then we're gonna fold these up. Okay, so this is going to be our little sliding section here. Now we are going to cut another piece, and this is just gonna be a small little 1 by 1 piece here. So I'm just gonna cut these at 1. Okay, and we are going to glue this small 1 by 1 on the front, so this won't open up. Okay, so I'm just going to add my glue right over here and over here, and we're going to put this little piece right at the center. Okay, so we're just gonna press down, and this is going to be our little sliding piece. Now for the image, you can pick any of the images from the collection that you want to use. You can use boy and girl, mom and girl, or mom and boy. So I'm going to use this piece here, and I'm going to back this up my cardstock. So I'm just going to use this piece, and I am going to, I'm just going to cut that and these. Okay, and then I'm going to glue this on my cardstock, and that's just to make it a little bit stronger. So then we're going to cut around it. So I'm just going to put that on one side right here, and then we're going to cut. So let me use this scissors here, and so I'm just going to cut the image back on the heavyweight cardstock. Okay, so we're just gonna go like that, and the little footsies, and I think I'm gonna put that like this. Okay, so that is gonna be my image here. Now I don't want to make it too big on the top, and then I am gonna just go around that seat and down. Okay, so this is going to be the center image for my card. So I'm just gonna put that right there, and I'm going to glue this piece here. Okay, and we're just gonna place that at the center and press down. And then I'm going to grab another little piece, and I'm going to cut these at maybe 5.5. Let's do 5.5 here, and this is by about, I want to say 1.25. And then I'm just gonna back that on some cardstock. So I'm gonna cut a piece, and maybe I'm gonna use the blue. Okay, so I'm just gonna put that blue here, and we're gonna cut this at 1. Okay, so I'm just gonna back that little piece of cardstock. And this is optional, you can just keep that white, but I'm gonna cover this up. And then by 5.25, and then I'm just gonna glue this piece. Okay, and I'm going to glue, I'm gonna cover both sides of this here. Okay, so I'm just gonna cover that, and then I'm going to cover the back as well, and add my glue, and I'm just gonna put that back here like that. And then this piece we're going to glue on that little moving section, so that is gonna be what is gonna move it back and forth, side to side. Okay, so I don't want this to kind of stick out too long, so I'm just gonna move it up like that, so it kind of covers that hole. Okay, so let's see, maybe what I'm gonna do is push this all the way to the left side like that. Okay, and now I'm going to glue this piece down. Okay, so I'm just gonna add my glue, and then I'm going to put this right here. So you want that to stick out a little bit, but not too much. Okay, so right about there. And now from this front side, you're gonna use that to make your little cards move. Isn't that so cute? I love this little feature. And of course, you can add here at the top Happy Mother's Day, and you can add more decorations if you want. If you want to do flowers, you can put them along the top, and then this is going to kind of sit in place. And I covered that with the design paper, so that way you don't see a white spots here, you just see some of the same color background there. Now for the inside, of course I want to do a little place for a gift card maybe. So I'm just gonna use my leftover piece, and I'm going to cut these at 3, let's see, 3.5, so maybe 3.5 by 5.5, and then I'm just going to score at 1/2 inch on 3 sides to make a pocket. So we're gonna score at 1/2 and 1/2 and score on 1/2. And so now I'm just going to cut the corners, and so we are going to fold along the score line. So this little pocket, of course, is going to be optional. You don't always have to add a gift card. But also this would be really cute if you are making this into an insert, and then you can use that to add some little journaling cards. And so yes, so then I was gonna cover these with this paper here, but I don't want to put the pockets in there, so I think I'm actually gonna put the pocket on this side right there. So I'm going to cut these at 5.25. Okay, and this is already by 6.25, so we are just going to glue this down. Okay, and then I'm going to put that right over here, and then the pocket can be here, or it could also be sideways like that. So I think I'm just gonna put it sideways, and I'm just going to add my glue and place that right there. And I think that if you're going to be adding a gift card here, maybe cut this pocket a little bit smaller so the gift card can kind of come out a little bit, so you don't push it all the way in. Okay, so we're just gonna put that in there as a little added option. If you want to have a place for a gift card, that can be right there. And I don't know that I have enough paper for that, so I'm just gonna leave it like that. Oh, actually I do have this little piece, so I'm gonna go ahead and use these here. Okay, so this is going to be 2 3/4 by 4 1/4, I think. and there we go. So that's gonna go right there. Of course, you can also leave it blank and add a message there. So we are just gonna put that here, and so there you go, another quick and easy interactive card. So this one is gonna be a little slider feature here, and then of course a little place for a gift card if you wanted to add that, and then you can write a message on your card. So I hope you guys enjoy this quick tutorial. If you missed the video for yesterday, I'm gonna have it linked below, and also I will have linked below my digital collection, which is the collection that I am using to create these cards for Mother's Day. And I will see you again tomorrow with another easy card idea.